Hi, I wanted to do this little video here on this Wrestling Review magazine from August '63. Um, I've been a wrestling fan since I was 6 years old in the late '80s. Mainly grew up on the WWF, as many people from my generation, I guess, have. And, well, with wrestling how it is today, absolute shit. It really shits in the face of pro wrestling. Companies like AEW and, well, WWE, who've been shitting in the face of pro wrestling for a very long time now. I went back and watched a lot of older wrestling, and when I say older wrestling, I don't mean '80s. I mean '50s and '60s wrestling. That stuff was not really available for about the longest time, but now that it is, I've watched a lot of it, and it was so much better than. I mean, it makes you think that it was real because of the way these guys just handled each other and smacked and hit each other, and it was just so much better then. But one in particular, is Buddy Rogers, who's on the cover of this magazine, as you can see. He I've always heard of Buddy Rogers growing up, or seen pictures of him, but like I said, I never really got to see any matches of his because they just really weren't available until maybe a few years ago. And the first match I saw of him was against Luthez. Now, Luthez is one of the greats, too, and that, match I saw really made me think that, holy shit, this was real. At one point, of course, it wasn't, but it was so good, and I just kind of, I guess, really loved Buddy Rogers, probably before I even, started getting anything of his. But, I want to collect every wrestling magazine with him on the cover, especially. There's one that's really rare called TV Wrestling that I've been looking for a little while now, but it's so expensive and so rare to find. I hope I can find it one day and be one of the lucky ones to acquire it and treasure it, and I don't know. Anyway, I just love this guy, Buddy Rogers. A lot of negative things have been said about him, but I don't believe that because I've also heard that he was a very nice man, very generous guy, and of course he's from my home state of New Jersey, so. But I just wanted to go through this wrestling magazine. Sorry for the shaking. So now I'm going to shut up and just go through this magazine. Wrestling was better, and I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and have a good day. So here we go. If you want to read anything, just pause, I guess, if you can. It's a table of contents. And sorry about the panning. I hope I'm not making anybody sick, but if I am, I apologize. And that is the magazine that I am looking for, that TV Wrestling with him on the cover, which is so freaking rare to find. And back in the '60s, it was only like $1, right? Someone wrestling a bear. This was definitely wrestling's golden age. I mean, people call the wrestling from the '80s the golden age, but no. I don't know what that was. Just amazing pictures, amazing articles. I really like this magazine in particular, because I think it did a really good job on the cover story and the articles. It was just fun. It was a fun read. Yes, I read them. I'm not going to spend money and not read something. Sorry for the shadow, too. I'm doing this with one hand and I'm a bit nervous, so I apologize. I said I was going to shut up, didn't I? I find it amazing that they put like wrestlers' wives in here too. They were doing that when I was a kid, but only for mainly Bret Hart and his family. He is with his wife, this guy. I mean, this magazine was a really fun read. That's all I can say. You know, it was really fun. I think just everything was better back then. You know, maybe I'm just biased. I don't know. Sorry, you guys probably can't see that very well. You probably be able to read it very well either. I apologize for that. I'm sorry. This is my first time doing anything like this, and I really have no experience in doing anything like this. Ah, the women's wrestling. Even back then, huh? Bet you it was better back then. I've never seen a women's wrestling match from back then, but I guarantee you it's better than anything AEW is doing these days. And that is an amazing picture. Now, these are, you know, when someone was on the cover, you know, of a magazine back when I was growing up, it was either, you know, they'd have them on the cover, or they'd have no article on them, or they'd have like a 2 or 3 page article on them, or this one has like, I think, 6 pages of Buddy Rogers article, which is really good. It was really nice to read this. I mean, even though the pictures are black and white, I think they're still really good, really nice. You know. And I hope there's still some fans out there that remember wrestling like this, because I mean, look at this. Look at this freaking poster of Buddy. I mean, just even the color from the 60s was better than it was in my day. It's just, wow. That's a champion right there. So I was going to try to be quiet during this. But you know, us women can't shut the hell up. I'm just kidding. But, now see, the thing that, you know, I used to have a lot of these black and white magazines from the 80s. Mostly the Von Erichs on the cover, because I was a big Von Erich fan. And they always did this thing where it was continued on page such and such, like in the back or whatever. The Buddy Rogers article was continued in the back. She'll get to it soon. Johnny Valentine. He was another good one. I mean, a lot of these guys from that day were good. I mean, it was just a better time. I don't know. But I guess any time is better than now time, right? So, since the world has basically gone to shit, in my opinion. I don't know. I also liked Dick the Bruiser from this, era. I want to see if I can get that wrestling review with him on the cover and Fritz von Erich. These magazines they just looked really nice to me, more than the other ones. But I think Wrestling Review also went downhill after a while. But yeah. But mainly I'm just trying to collect anything Buddy Rogers. Photos, magazine covers, and cards, anything. Because, I'm nuts. I think these are just continuations of the articles from before. So we're getting, yeah, it is. Here's Buddy Rogers. And, shit. Sorry, let me pan that again. Hope I'm not making anybody sick with moving so much. I apologize. And that's really cool. There's a picture of Buddy Rogers with his then wife and baby girl. You don't really see that anymore, ever. Blue Fez. Sorry for the shadow. I do apologize for that. Official wrestling ratings back then. Tag teams. And that's it. I don't know, I really enjoyed this magazine. Then again, I enjoy anything Buddy Rogers, so. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'm sorry for the shakiness and the constant moving. If you couldn't read it, I apologize. But I appreciate you watching and listening to me ramble on. Thank you and have a great day.